Hello and welcome to today's video. This video is about this 2 foot by 2 foot false ceiling light that everybody has seen. They were fitted everywhere, in offices, in classrooms, in shops. These were probably the most commonly used light, especially in the UK, and now are all being replaced by LED panels. And first we'll switch this light on and then we'll go inside and show some of the information. So first let's turn this light on. Now these light fittings are very blink happy, mainly because these two tubes are sharing one ballast, and what I'm going to do now is take off the cover and we'll show what's inside. Without the cover on, basically this is how the lights work. Now different manufacturers placed ballasts and wiring obviously in different places, but on this one the starters are not connected to the tombstones or end caps, and the ballasts are between each of the sets of tubes that they power and not in line with the mains incoming. Now I'm going to zoom in a bit and we'll show you what's in there, and then I'll go into more detail and show some other fluorescent lights I've got that also work in this fitting. So I'll be back in a minute. Now I have gone freehand at the moment, so there might be a little bit of shaking, but these are the tubes. WattMiser Polylux XL F18 840 16 watt cool white, made in Hungary. Now this is interesting because all the tubes in this light fitting are 16 watt, so I take it as the shop was trying to save some power. Instead of using the 18 watt standard 2 foot fluorescent T8s, they've got these. However, you can correct me wrong in the comments below, but if these tubes are running on a 36 watt ballast and fluorescent lights draw whatever power they can, surely these tubes are still running at 18 watts. Well, anyway, that's my theory. Well, anyway, we'll go down a little bit. This is a capacitor, and I'm sorry that it's upside down, but that's some of the information on it. The starters we'll take out in a minute, and I'm going to turn off the lights so we can read what's on the ballast. But these are the ballasts. I'll try and hold it as steady as possible. Fitzgerald Lighting Limited, England, and some information on what tubes they can run. And it's always 1 × 36, which is interesting. And it shows you a picture of the bulb wired as a single, so that would be a 4 foot 36 watt T8, but these have been wired in such a way that they're actually 2 foots. So the one end of these lights is taking quite a bit of a hit. These are the starters that they're using. Now I have quite a few starters, and these are in green, and these are Fitzgerald again. Some more information which you're probably not going to be able to read, but basically the same series pairs and they're FS2s. Now the common mistake with these lights when these lights went wrong is people replace them with the incorrect starters, and if you replace them with the incorrect starters like these singles, basically these lights will not work. So I'll change the two bottom ones. We'll turn this light on. And only the two top tubes are now working. And the bottom ones, even though they've got perfectly good starters in, are not going to work. If you change one starter, sometimes they do work, but most of the times, there they go, it is going to go, there you go. It will work with one series pair starter and one standard starter, but not recommended. Now, as I said earlier, these are 16 watt tubes, but it quite clearly says down here that it's designed to run on 18 watt, 4 times 18 watt. So as I said, I'm sure these 16 watt tubes are running at 18 watts anyway, because that's how fluorescent tubes work. There's another sticker. So right, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pause the video again, and then I'm going to fit my marine blue 18 watt tubes in the bottom, and we'll switch it back on again. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, here we go. So I've fitted two Aqua 1 Marine Blue T8 18 watt fluorescent lights tubes in the bottom half of the fitting, and then in the top half of the fitting we have the WattMiser Polylux F18 840 16 watt cool white made in Hungary. There is a date code on these fluorescent lights that I've seen. It's very hard to read though. Basically, they're dating from about 2010, so they are probably 11 years old. Whether they're I don't think they're the original ones. I think these would have been changed out at some point. Let's see if there it is. It's readable there. Some kind of date stamp. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you back on the tripod, and we'll start this light up, and then we'll end this video. Right, let's turn on this light one more time. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Our blue tube will light up, but it is very slow. There we go. And I'll just put the cover back on. So this is the preheat version of these light fittings. They also did a electronic ballast version, and the electronic ballast version, you could say, is even worse than these. As they were cutting costs, they used 36 watt ballast in these times 2 to run 4 tubes, rather than running 18 watt ballasts, 4 18 watt ballasts. So obviously when one tube fails in this light, it's actually 2 tubes that fail in this light. And when they made the electronic ballast version, it just got worse, in my opinion. Now you've got the weakest link in the light fitting is now the weakest tube. If one tube fails, you don't have any light. Well, anyway, I'd like to say thanks again for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I have some more fluorescent light videos coming up soon, hopefully, and hopefully going back to some bus ones as well. Anyway, I'd like to say thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe, and thank you, and goodbye.